Damn Food Chronicles gonna start this off by saying everything I say is absolutely false. These are the views from a fictional character by the name of Damn Food. Damn Food came up with the name and the concept because Damn Food feel like he's cursed, and he's just crying out to the heavens and to the people who cares why he feels this way and what is his retribution and what shall he do in the process. You know, where did I leave off? Let's see, we talked about the headaches. That's the main thing I'm on is the headaches, man, and the deterioration of certain faculties. I guess to get to the bottom line, since I forgot where I left off at. Oh, you gotta bear with me, man. My fucking attention span is short, man. But thank the Lord that early in the game I had a decent attention span. I knew what I was capable of. So I still try to do things that right now feel like I shouldn't be able to do these things, you know. And I'm like, well, you know, I started out normal, so I don't have the same. Well, like if I was retarded at 10, it would be no way in earth I would want a bad woman, you know, a beautiful woman, or you know, a woman. But right now, the women that I want, people will say, hey man, that's out of your league. That would be out of your reach. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I think I got cheated out of that, man. Cheated out of that life. Now this is the part that's while I'm rambling, man, I'm going too far off the path. The question would be why. And I got a few answers, but it still doesn't answer why. You understand what I'm saying? It just gives you some facts on what the results are. You know what I'm saying? And one of the results that I noticed is the game is whoever running this just wants me to be irrelevant. Why? I have absolutely no idea. The symbology, I would say, would be similar to Satan being kicked out of heaven. That would be the equivalent to when I would say would be useless, even though I'm powerless, even on a lower natured realm. But I'll give you a prime example. What I've noticed in my surroundings and everything, man, is that the real is being suppressed and the fake is rising. And basically what I mean by that is at a time where it seemed like rap was more pure, even though I feel it was perverted back then too, but it seemed like it was more pure. Some of those people didn't make it to the next round, and you have to ask, and you ask yourself, why didn't they make it to the next round? And it's because that round was ushering in a different type of Negro, a different type of archetype. And you had me, right? I'm a very flexible person because that new archetype was my archetype. So the new archetype came in, and it should have been right up my alley because I was the prototype for that archetype. But I was also docile. I'm trying to put this in words, man, and make it make sense, and it's not easy, trust me. If you following me, bless you for bearing with me, brother. But it's hard. You know what I'm saying? The headaches. I was going to the booth, spit rhymes, forgot how to rap. Like, totally forgot how to rap. Like, something that was like second nature just was impossible, right? Do I think I got hit with the bop gun? Oh yeah, they talked about the bop gun back in the day. The bop gun, something that you probably thought was something fake. No, it's a real bop gun out there, brother. You know what I'm saying? And I'll let some examples out there too, man, before I get through. And I'll let you run through those examples yourself and see if you can see the contrast I'm trying to say. Some people call them clones or whatever. I call the nigga that got hit with that bop gun. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I forgot how to rap, man. So with that being your weapon or your power or your competitive nature, I mean, who can beat you at you being you? You know what I'm saying? But when you can't even be you, right? It's like being a quarterback and breaking your right arm. You know what I'm saying? You can get out there and you can move like a quarterback. You can coach quarterbacking, but you can't throw. You understand what I'm saying? So all you can do is break down what made you great. But you can't go out there and show nobody why you was great. You know what I'm saying? As well as grow from there. Like, okay, you see this being a sprouting point. Boom, I'm finna take flight. I'm finna grow from here. So you lose that. What do? Well, at first, you keep on trying. Because you say, man, it ain't no reason in the world why I shouldn't be able to do what I have always been able to do. The thought of getting hit with the bop gun don't even enter your brain at the time. Right? Okay. So amongst other things, you go on, right? Time passed by. You let that go. You know what I'm saying? You move on. You start finding out things. You know what I'm saying? And some things hit you. Some things. You know what I'm saying? So anyway. But one thing you still have. You still have your common sense. You still have your common thread. You still have the people that you transmit information to. People that you get information from. People that stimulate thought, which is why I got into the whole podcast YouTube game in the first place. It stimulates thought. I love it. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what it is, right? So let me slow down again. You still have your alpha male qualities, your alpha male tendencies, right? Then one day, you wake up with several headaches and you get visited by a few ghosts in your sleep. And all of a sudden, you wake up and those qualities have just dissolved. You notice you went through some weird things in a sleep sequence. But what you didn't realize was the words. You know what I'm saying? The certain swag you had been sucked out of you, right? So you in the process of, I'm in the process of trying to do podcasts and stuff like that, and that's when the shit got erased from my brain. So you like, damn. The more I try to do, the more I end up losing. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So it's like a voodoo doll, man. And the best way to explain it is through physical, because through the mental, it's hard for me to convey that message because it makes absolutely no sense. But when you're living through this, you understand what it is. And then you have people, especially the YouTube circuit. I mean, they all in on the game, which is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And they sitting here relaying messages to you and they fucking with you. They you know what I'm saying? It's like people taking your thoughts and they're displaying them as their own. You understand what I'm saying? But you in an opposition, you in a spot where you can't move. You understand what I'm saying? So it would be different if you can go toe to toe, blow for blow with these niggas, but it's something putting you on mute. What is that movie when a motherfucker was talking and they slapped something on him and he couldn't move his mouth? He couldn't open his mouth. I can't remember what it was. I think a Harry Potter or something like that. But it's one of those type of things, man, and it really gets scary, right? I mean, you can't show the fear on you because it's not a universal thing. So the people around you, right, they can't feel what you feel. So it's no use of running around acting frantic. It's like, you understand what I'm saying? It's just not conducive to this, and maybe that part of being compromised too. Basically what I'm saying is just a part of your brain that you don't have access to. You know what I'm saying? You don't have access to this, but like the movie Saw, you can see everything that's going on, but you can't do anything about it. And that is crazy, man. So you say, hey, man, I don't want to be on this side of the pendulum. What do I have to do to be in the side where I can move? You understand what I'm saying? Because this ain't the side that I want to be on. And it's clear that the other people who you think will be standing up and fighting for this kind of thing is also on the same side of the motherfucker that has slapped his muzzle on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So what has what have you done to be on the outside, on the outskirts of society? You know what I'm saying? Why is this world moving around, and why is this person getting picked and chosen and you not getting picked and chosen? Is one of the weird things that I would say. And I'm gonna end with this, man. I don't to think that, you know, people, something is siphoning your thoughts and access to your brain and access to your brilliance and sucking you dry. If that sounds far-fetched, what if they can give it to other people, right? Because the whole time you sitting up here and you watching people steal your essence and steal your shine. You understand? So basically, it would be like seeing some people breaking your home and coming out wearing your clothes, using your lawnmowers, you know, just laughing and grinning, and you going to the police and telling them, hey man, these are the people who broke in my house. That's what they got on. And the police turn around and pull out your sunglasses and say, shit, I can't see it. So it's like a very weird paradigm, man. Paradox. And it's even weirder trying to say it and convey the message. But anyway, as damn fools say, man, you know, it just feel like I'm living a cursed life, and you know, I don't know who or what I have done, you know what I'm saying? But all my people out there in the fight, I want to be out there in the fight with you. You know what I'm saying? I do. But man, there ain't no telling how many people, you know, going through what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? How many soldiers have lost, you know what I'm saying? Who are cloned, you know, who put in that prison system and putting chips in them and fucking them up and restructuring the way they move and taking away their brilliance. But ain't no telling how many people are going through this. I think I'm just the only person that can kind of articulate it because I have been kind of keyed into the system. But I know I want out, man. And I want to better myself. I want to better my life, better my family. I feel like I deserve it. And so with that being said, I'm finna tap out, man.